Hello students, welcome to a new class of utilization of electric power. In our previous classes, we have gone through various numerical problems regarding illumination. We have gone through laws of illumination and different types of lamp, right? Now in this class, we are going to learn about a complete new thing, but a very important one. It can be titled as methods of lighting calculation. Now, what are the requirements? What are the necessity to study about the methods of lighting calculation? See, we need to design at any time a room and workshop, a playground, a cinema hall. Now, for different types, we have studied about different schemes, different lighting schemes, right? Now, according to different lighting scheme, there are different types of light requirements. There are different types of flux requirement. So, lighting procedure for different aspects will not be same. And in every cases, these methods will help us to know how different room, different areas can be calculated for lighting purpose. So this video particularly is very interesting. Apart from your exam view, this particular video will let us know how a park, how a room, how an industry, how a workshop is being lighting. The methods are calculated. So this we are going to start methods of lighting calculation. Yeah. So before we study about different methods, we need to know about different definition, right? So first is utilization factor. What is utilization factor? In our problem, we will write by the abbreviation UF. So utilization factor can be shortened as UF. Now what is utilization factor? Utilization factor or coefficient of utilization may be defined as the ratio of total lumen received on the working plane to the total lumen emitted by the light source, right? So suppose we have a lamp, we have a source of light which is hung much more higher in an area, and we need to calculate the lighting for a particular place where the light is falling. Now, it's not necessary the amount of lux emitted from the lamp is falling on the working plane. So, utilization factor is the factor that defines the ratio. It defines the lumen received on the working plane to the lumen emitted by the lamp. Next is depreciation factor or maintenance factor. It may be defined as the ratio of illumination under normal working condition to the illumination where everything is clean or new, right? So the emission of lux, the efficiency of light, the efficiency of lamp that we are using in different areas, maybe in our room, maybe in industry, maybe in workshop, whatever, the efficiency always, it's very obvious that it will reduce, right? It will decreases. Now, suppose a lamp is being used for more than 1 year or 6 months. Now, it's not necessary, or we cannot say the time, the moment when the lamp was set, the lamp was installed, the amount of efficiency it had, it will be same. So, it reduces with the time passes. So, depreciation or maintenance factor will decide that. And it is defined as the ratio of illumination under normal working condition to the illumination where everything is clean. Clean means when the surrounding is clean. Now the maintenance factor is based on how often the lights are cleaned and replaced. It takes into account such factors as decreased efficiency with age, accumulation of dust. It's accumulation of dust because this is not possible for us, this is not possible for anybody to clean all the lamps every time, every day, right? So there is accumulation of dust on the lamp, and as a result, what happens? The efficiency gets decreases. So the maintenance factor is based on how often the lights are cleaned and replaced. It takes into account such factors as decreased efficiency with age, accumulation of dust within the fitting itself, and the depreciation of reflectance as walls and ceiling age. Now, for convenience, if it's not mentioned over there in your problem, It's usually given as 3 options, and you need to remember that. For good maintenance, depreciation factor will be considered as 0.70. For medium, it will be 0.65, and for poor maintenance, it will be 0.55. So you have to remember 3 values. For good maintenance, it will be 0.70. For medium, 0.65, and for poor depreciation factor, which will be abbreviated as DF or MF, maintenance factor, it will be denoted as 0.55. Yeah, next is waste light factor. When a surface is illuminated by a number of lamps, there is a certain amount of wastage due to overlapping of light rays. It's very natural, it's very common to all kinds of places when there are more than one light sources and they all are falling, the lux energy is falling on a same place, some overlapping is there, and this value, this wastage light factor, this value will be between 1.2 to 1.5. Reflection factor. It may be defined as the ratio of luminous flux leaving the surface to the luminous flux incident on it. Its value will be always less than 1. Now, in our first class, we have studied about illumination. That illumination is an incident when light falls on the surface becomes seen to us, right? It's not the incident. Illumination is not same as light energy. So whenever light energy falls on any surface, that particular surface becomes seen to us. So this incident is being happened just because of the reflection from the surface, and that reflection depends on the reflection factor, because all surfaces are not equal. So reflection factor is taken into account. Now it is defined as the luminous flux leaving the surface to the luminous flux incident on it, and definitely reflection factor will always be less than 1. Now in this case, let me tell you, if it's not mentioned over there, what is the reflection factor, what is the waste light factor, you can consider it according to yourself. Next is absorption factor. When the atmosphere is full of snow or smoke fumes, it absorbs some light. Hence, absorption factor may be defined as the ratio of net lumens available on the working plane after absorption to the total lumen emitted by the lamp, and its value varies from 0.5 to 0.1. Again, there is a chance that our surrounding is full of fumes or full of snow, which makes the light dim, right? Which makes the object dim, and for this absorption factor is taken into account, and this value varies from 0.5 to 0.1. Luminous efficiency or specific output. Definitely efficiency means the ratio of number of lumen emitted to the electric power intake of a source. Its unit will be lumen per watt. Spacing to mounting height ratio. It's known as SHR. Spacing to mounting height ratio. It is the spacing between luminaries divided by their height above the horizontal reference plane. And room index is a ratio describing how the room's height compares to its length and width. Room index it depends upon the length, height and width of a room, right? So room index, it will be defined as length into width of that particular room divided by height into length plus width. So we have to remember the formula of room index. Now there are different kinds of methods through which we can calculate. The lighting calculation methods of lighting can be calculated. Among them, lumen methods are mostly used. Lumen methods are into your syllabus. Lumen methods, the problems from lumen methods will come into your exam. So first we need to know what is this lumen method and how we can calculate lighting using this method. So the steps, what are the steps? First step is find required lux level. What is the amount of energy that is being emitted from the lamp? Next, select luminaire. Third, determine room index. And fourth, number of fixtures. Determine number of fixtures. When we are going to discuss a particular problem, we will definitely find this stepwise, right? Now, you have to remember this formula, that capital N equals to E into A divided by F into UF into MF. See, we have studied about different factors, but they are not being considered here. So if these factors are not mentioned over there, you can consider or you can neglect them also. Only the factors that are being mentioned in the problem, you have to consider all these things. But for MCQ, keep in mind the all types of factors, the ranges of all types of factors. Now, capital N, what is capital N? It's the number of lamp required to design the particular room. E, illuminance level required. The unit is in lux. A, it is the area at working plane height. A means length into breadth, right? Next, F, it is the average luminous flux from each lamp. Unit will be lumen. For F, unit will be lumen. UF, utilization factor, that we have studied earlier, and MF, maintenance factor or depreciation factor. So lumen method, N equals to E into A divided by F into UF into MF. Now again, determine minimum spacing between luminaire. Spacing, minimum spacing equal to spacing space height ratio SHR into HM. HM is the mounting height. Determine number of required rows of luminaire along with the room. Each number of required rows, it will be width of the room divided by minimum spacing. And number of luminaire in each row, it will be total luminaire divided by number of rows. So what was our previous steps? Find first required lux level, next select luminaire, third determine room index, fourth determine number of fixture. Next is determine minimum spacing between luminaire. Next is determine number of required rows of luminaire, and last is determine number of luminaire in each row. Okay, so let us consider this problem for the methods of lighting calculation that we have just studied, right? What is the problem? It's being told that an office which is 10 meter into 5 meter now requires an illumination level of 300 lux on the working plane. So first look what are given over there. Floor area, it's 10 meter into 5 meters, so A is being given. Next, lux on working plane, it's 300 lux. It is proposed to use 40 watt fluorescent fittings having a rated output of 2440 lumen each. Design the lighting scheme. Here we don't know what are the number of lumen, what are the number of lamp will be, that we need to calculate, right? So E, lux on working plane, it's given as 300 lux. Floor area, it's 10 meter into 5 meter. F, total lamp output, it's N into 2440 lumen. It's been given. Total lamp output will be number of lamp into lumen of each lamp. So lumen of each lamp is being given as 2440 lumen. Now using the formula, we can write A into E divided by N into UF into MF. Now N into F is equals to N into 2440, where F is given N into 2440, and in place of A they have put 10 into 5, in place of E they have put 300. Utilization factor, it's not given over there. Utilization factor they have considered 0.5, and that depreciation factor or maintenance factor they have considered as 0.8. So considering all these values, you can calculate the number of lamp itself, and which has come as the fraction. It's 15.39. So whenever it comes as a fraction, you can consider the next integer to that value. So it will be 16 fittings of 40 watt fluorescent lamps. So to decorate our room with 10 meter and into 5 meter area with 2440 lumen for each lamp, you can have 16 fluorescent lamp of 40 wattage. So next, an illumination on the working plane of 75 lux is required in a room 72 meter into 15 meter in size. The lamps are required to be hung 4 meter above the working bench. Assuming a suitable space height ratio, a utilization factor of 0.5, a lamp efficiency of 14 lumen per watt, and the candle power depreciation of 20%, estimate the number and rating of lamps. See here in this problem, what is the difference in these two problems? In the previous one, you were not mentioned with the different factors, right? So in for that kind of problem, you have to remember the ranges of different factors, because for all types of factor, you cannot consider that as one. But here, some of the factors are given and you can consider only those factors. So area to be illuminated, it's 72 into 5. Now illumination required is also mentioned over there, 75 lux. So the total lumen required will be A into E. So this is being calculated as 81,000. Utilization factor, it's given as 0.5, and maintenance factor is 1 minus depreciation factor. So see in your problem, depreciation factor is being told as 20%, right? So your maintenance factor will be 1 minus 20%. So it will be 0.8. Now the gross lumen required, we know the formula, A into E divided by UF into MF. So put all the values and total wattage, gross lumen you can find. Now total wattage required, it will be that particular gross lumen divided by lamp efficiency. Now lamp efficiency, it's see in your problem, a lamp efficiency of 40 lumen per watt is being mentioned. So in this case, you can put the value of gross lumen as 2202500 divided by lamp efficiency 14. So your total wattage required will be 14464 watt. Now you are having 75 lux. Okay. Now you are having wattage of each lamp, and wattage of each lamp, it will be 14464 divided by 80. So it will be around 200 watt. So this is another kind of problem that may come in your exam. Now in this total video, first you have to, for this kind of problems, first you have to study, you have to remember the formula of lumen method. That is the first thing you have to remember, right? Like N equals to A into E divided by UF into MF. Next is, you have to keep in mind the process, the steps to find out the different lumen calculation. And third one, you have to keep in mind, you have to remember the different factors like utilization factor, maintenance factor, space height ratio, minimum height, this kind of things you have to remember, and the range of their values that you have to remember for this kind of problem. So this is one kind of problem that may come in your exam. It comes in every year. It may be a question of 7 to 8 marks. So for this kind of problem, you can refer book J.B. Gupta, you can refer book G.C. Garg, you can refer books Rajput of electric power or utilization of electric power. So students, thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. If you find any difficulties in this kind of problem, if you find any difficulties in any methods of lighting calculation problem, you can ask me over the phone, over the mail, or you can ask here also in the comment section, and I'll definitely solve that. But before that, go through this video, go through the method, and go through different problems mentioned over here and also mentioned in the reference books, so that you can have a clear understanding about that. So thank you again. Thank you very much for seeing the video.